Hello fellow engineers and welcome back to Polybridge 3. We have been making our way through the world. So we finished Classic Rock, we're on to Minor Mountains, and we've got our first hydraulics tutorial. So basically on this level, we have the car over this side that we've got to get all the way over to there. There's two spans and you can see there's boats in the middle. So this is one that the dev made for us very kindly in the tutorial. So it gives some idea of how this works. So you have your hydraulics and you can see when we press play, that literally just opens up and allows the boat to pass underneath. Okay, nice. So we just got to replicate that on this side, but ideally do it a little bit cheaper. So what can we do? Let's first put our road in and then we can sort of see, I think we only need those two bits to move out the way. So if I were to make like a little truss like that, copy that to the other side. Now I haven't connected these in the middle because what I'm thinking, well actually I've had an even better thought. If I do that instead and then I wang a joint on there, then I'm pretty sure if I put like a wall brace underneath, which has now been fixed, now the game is actually released, wall braces do work without vibrating now. But yeah, down here, I mean, we got a choice. I could literally try and hydraulic all of this out the way by making it expand like that. That probably won't go high enough though. Although actually, what if we were to cut that, go underneath, and then hydraulic that down? Will that go, it goes underwater. Will it go low enough to get out the way of the boat? No, I don't think it will. No. Oh, I got destroyed. Okay, well, my original plan was to, if I shove it on there and then underneath, I just support this, probably just like that. Then I'm hoping that should go, is that going to go high enough? Probably not. But let's just see. Oh, I mean, it definitely goes up, just not high enough. So I guess what I can do, I can bring that back a bit and then bring that back a bit by moving all those. Oh, that's way steeper, but it's not steep enough. However, that is pretty damn good. The only thing I'm worried about... Oh man, look at the waves. Look at the waves in this game. There's actually waves. But yeah, will it go back down and stop so it locks in? Oh, it's locked in. Is the bridge strong enough? Oh no. The bridge is nowhere near strong enough. Okay, well, what if we sort of change this end a bit? We could add a wall brace there to try and support. Can move that over that way. All right, has that made a difference to this? It looks a bit stronger. Oh, it is. It is. Then that's the one that should work because I haven't actually touched that side. Okay, that's good. We gotta swap this one really. And I think I'm just gonna copy this one. Oh, I can't actually delete the... Oh, it costs nothing. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. That is our solution. I mean, whilst I'm here, though, I may as well watch the stress and see where I can sheave it a little bit because we want to get high up that leaderboard. So as this car drives over, I've slowed it down and we're just looking for anything that stays green because they are potential bits of material we could make a lot smaller. So I think first off, I can probably definitely lower those two. I can probably lower that as well. Do I need that? Could I get away with like... No, I don't think I could get away with doing anything like that. I can just make that smaller. Now we have this wall brace. Oh, and actually, I can get rid of that wall brace. I've just checked it, and it does definitely work. So I'm just going to keep trying to shrink this hydraulic, because look at the price. Like, it starts off 10,000. As I move it to the right, make it shorter, it goes down by a lot. So we'll try it out there. That's 9,725 quid. Looks like we've still got the right angle of the drawbridge, and that's actually pretty cheap all round. Does it still have the strength? Oh, yes, it does. Yes, it does. Okay, we'll see where we are on the leaderboard for now because we haven't even looked yet. I was going to say, and there's lots of people on the leaderboards, but I can't seem to get my name to show up. I think because this is like still quite early on, there's a few little teething problems. I know there's a few issues with the gallery at the moment as well, but I do actually appear in the lowest budget one, just not lowest budget unbreaking for some reason. But as you can see, I'm 93rd when I'm competing against the single-use bridges, which really isn't that bad for a first attempt. And if we look at friends, absolutely smashed Tyler. Oh, and actually that tells me I was 92nd in the unbreaking version because in that one I'm 93rd, so 92nd. I think we'll take that and we'll go have a little look in the gallery. But yeah, at the moment there's only 6 pages that load up, so I can't go look at the most expensive ones, so we're gonna have to come back at that at some point. But for now, I guess we'll just look at the cheapest solutions. Of course it's not using hydraulics at all because hydraulics are expensive. Right, so cheap solutions that use hydraulics. Oh, look at that. It's a tiny drawbridge using the rope cables because it's pretty cheap using rope cables. We've also got this one which goes down into the water like I tried. This one actually succeeds. Has a cheeky bit of steel in there. But yeah, gallery is a bit messed up at the moment. We go from page 4, which are like 13 grand, up to page 5, but they dropped down to 7 grand. Yeah, unfortunately, the gallery is having an architect moment, so we probably won't look at that too much today. We'll probably just look at the cheapest solutions for now. But let's go on to the next level. Don't copy me. So what do we have here? We have a limo. That's probably me and Paddy in the back going to the premiere of Polly Bridge the movie. Looks like we've got a submarine to navigate. And then we've got this here. Right, let's see what that does. Okay, so that's just like a pretty simple drawbridge with that over the top. Oh, look, the submarines are going opposite directions. That's cool. So the level's called Don't Copy Me. So I guess because I hate doing what I'm told. Oh, we literally can't copy it. It's too long. Look, if I press play on that, sploosh, it's gone. Hence, we got to make our own. And also this time, it looks like, yeah, this costs money. So we can literally delete that and build our own. Oh, man, I'm just realizing this is like, we're in hydraulic territory. This is not my comfort zone. Anyway, what we have just learnt is going over is probably the best thing to do. So I reckon we'll use the line tool. I guess we'll go to, like that point. What do we want to do? A straight line, do we think? Or do we want to try and curve it? We can unlock the tangents, which sort of gives us like a back-to-back curve. I think rather than filling in theirs though, I might try that, but doing my own just to get the extra length. We do like a bit of length. I'm just slightly concerned about the length of the limo. It might get like stuck on the top. But yeah, I guess we can reach to there. And then, I don't know, maybe I can literally just like, maybe I don't actually need road there. Because road is expensive in this game. 300 quid per meter. Wood's only 180. So ideally, you want to build everything out of wood. But yeah, I think for a starter, we'll just literally just truss this up really simply. Just to make sure it actually works before we start budgeting. So we got that in place. The submarine passes underneath nicely. And the question is, will the limo get across? Or is it too lumpy? No, it's looking good actually. Will it be able to make this step down? Yes. Okay, so it stops there. Then the planes go above. And then it carries on its way. Okay, nice. Well, not nice if you're the limo. But essentially, we've got to do the same over here. Now, this is a shorter span. So I'm not sure if we're going to get away with not using hydraulics. Because I imagine with the limo, trying to get up will be very hard. Why do I feel like my editor put the Michael Scott face there? But yeah, and you remember the reason we're trying to avoid hydraulics is they're 750 quid per meter. So it costs more than double what a road costs per meter. So what I'm thinking, I mean, we could do like that to keep our height. But I feel like let's try and do that. I might wiggle these a bit. Yeah, let's just try and build the same thing. So wall brace underneath. Trusses over the top. We're under half budget, so that's pretty nice. Let's just see whether we... Yep, we didn't touch submarines. That's good. All right, so now the limo's going. It's just a case of, will we make that thing? I don't think the planes are going to hit us. So let's see. It's got quite a bit of bendage. Oh, we got a break, but we did make it. So that broke there. Interesting. Not entirely sure why, if I'm honest. Maybe if I bring the wall brace up a bit. No, it keeps breaking. I mean, I could replace it with steel, but that's 450 a meter. And if you look at road, that was only 300. So maybe if I just rode that in instead. All right, so is that any better? Yes, it is. Okay, we've made it to the end. That's good. First stab. We're 275th in the world. Not bad. Did we beat Aliens Rock? Yeah, of course we did. Of course we did. So that puts us in the top 5%, but we didn't trim at all. So I'm going to have a little bit of a shave. And while I do, why don't you enjoy this montage? When I show up... Well, I know I'm gonna be the engineer that's working next to you. And when I'm working, yeah, I know I'm gonna be the one that disses architects. When I'm designing, yeah, I know it's gonna be a pain if architects were involved. And when I'm calculating, yeah, I know it's gonna be a butt covering job, yeah, you will see. But I would grant 500 smiles and I would grant 500 more just to be the engineer that banned architects and mocked all of those with curved glass walls. Do some real work, do some real work, do some real work, do some real work. You just draw nice things that can be built. Get a real job, get a real job, get a real job, get a real job. Architects are dumb, may as well just sit on your thumb. Right, so this is what I've come up with. It's pretty much the same design. I've just sort of made all the trusses really small, nice and cheap. Now, I feel like there's potential to go like way cheaper on this one, but we'll see how we've done on the leaderboard. I don't want to spend too much time trimming, because otherwise you just have to listen to more songs, and no one wants that, do they? But yeah, 46th in the world, top 1%. Pat on the back for Matt. Shall we have a look and see what the cheapest solutions were? So, oh, very, very similar to mine. Fair play. How much is that? 17 grand. They knocked another like 2 and a bit grand off theirs. Now you can see as well, no wall braces. So that would make my trusses cheaper if I had done that. But yeah, as you can see, pretty much everyone discovered if you want to be cheap, you don't use hydraulics. Oh, look, this guy, they did the bridge through the middle, which I did think was quite a cool idea, but it's a lot more road. 24 grand that cost. Does look nice though. Would probably score well in a bridge review, I'll tell you that. Oh look, and on this one there's 9 pages, which means we get some RCE replay propaganda. Right, what we got here then? Oh, look at this. They used steel all the way over the top. That is pricey at 98 grand. They also used 2 hydraulics on each bridge. Pete, whilst I appreciate the RCE propaganda, that is not a cheap bridge. And we got this one here. Oh look, does that bridge on the left, I think that's gonna like curl up. All right, ready? Look at it curl. Look. Oh dear. I think I've just noticed what that is. Oh no, there's one on the right as well. I didn't want this. I didn't ask for this. I did ask for RCE propaganda though. Always happy to see that in the replays. This one. Oh look. They've like done the rolling up bridge, but they're squares. We got like 90-degree angles going on. So look, as this unfolds. Oh man, that's so cool. And then they got the wooden cables as well. Love to see that. Right, look at this one. I have no... What? I was going to say, I have no idea how those hydraulics are going to work. But what? I don't even understand how that works. Do I? How did that lift up? My brain's fried. I need to watch that again. So they just all expand. Oh, they all just push. Oh man, my head's fried. That's fried me. But anyway, let's move on to the next level. It's called Offside. Very simple rule in football or soccer for you Americans. So what do we have? We have this little Jeep here. We've got a... Oh look, it's a reversing checkpoint. So we've got to get to that side and then come back. And is that a Viking ship? Yeah, look, there's a Viking ship in the middle. So we got a hydraulic phase either side. So I think you're meant to like do a bridge that has a drawbridge. So the hydraulics come up, boat comes through, hydraulics back down, then the Jeep goes. What I'm wondering, how much power does this thing have? Horsepower, ooh, 10 horses. That's quite a few horses. Do we have the means to get up there is what I'm wondering, because we can actually get up without going too steep. The trouble is we're going to have to get back down as well. So what if... Ooh, actually, I've just had a thought. I've had a thought. Let's turn the grid on. I'm going to use steel to do some measurements. So if we go from that point there up to that point, which is like in line with the road, you can see that is 3 meters long. So if we go to there up to the top, ooh, that's also 3 meters. Because basically I saw this node down here, this like little foundation-y thing, and I was wondering, could I do something like that? A bridge which goes underneath. I'm just not sure we'll be able to get up. I feel like going over the top is probably the more sensible thing to do. How long is that? 15.5, and over the top 15.4. I just know that an arch over the top will be a lot stronger than underneath, but we have that. Why must you taunt me, anchor point? Anyway, I think I'll stick with what I know. We'll go over the top. So we'll fill in with road. Then with the grid off, I think we'll just try and do truss underneath and also over the top. And then, oh man, we are so cheap. So 34 grand budget we've got. We've only used 11 grand. And I haven't even like trimmed this in the slightest. This seems like it should actually work. So let's press play. Bridge is holding. Oh no. I think it might be too steep for the Jeep. Oh, that was a rhyme. What I could do potentially though is just bring these down a little bit. So, okay, yeah, it can get up that. We are not symmetrical anymore though. So I'm going to have to delete this half of the bridge and then just mirror that over that side. Now it's nice and symmetrical, which means our forces should be spread evenly. Is it strong enough? Yes. Yes. Oh, it's picking up speed. Oh no, that went so fast. Yeah, didn't really realize the Jeep be moving at that much pace. So I guess if we make the under braces a little bit bigger, I have to do the same on that side because remember it's going to have the same issue going the other way. Okay, so after a bit of tweaking, I had to make this right side way bigger and add steel down there, which is pricey. I haven't actually looked at this side yet, so I imagine as it comes back over, this is going to get destroyed. So was I right? Yes, I was right. I mean, we made it. We can have a little sneaky look on the leaderboard. We weren't even that cheap. 293. Okay, so let's have another think, because basically what I've got going on here, can you see we've got like a joint there? Like that's going to act as a hinge. If we were to like do a truss there, that would stop it rotating. But without that there, these two triangles, at that point, they're just going to spin a little bit. And that's probably giving us a bit of momentum, a bit of flex. So what I was thinking, rather than going up the top there, could we get away with squeezing underneath like that? And then also don't touch each other, because that's going to be really, really cheap. Is it strong? Oh, I made it. No way. How did that make it? Are we going to touch the boat? Oh, may have lost some paint, but I think we're good. So presumably this should make it up the other way because it's a completely symmetrical bridge. So we may have done it. Oh, we've actually done it. Okay, I can make that way cheaper, I think. We're right. We're 179th. Decent. But if we watch this with the stress on, if we try and just have a look at any parts that stay green, which I mean, to be honest, as it's coming down, it's picking up some speed. Because what I was thinking I could do was just make these wall braces way smaller. I can't see that working though. Like, as it comes down, that's just gonna... Yeah. What if we tried actually doing an over arch rather than an under? So I think we can do the same thing, like go to that point, but will that be stronger is my question. Oh, it's a lot cheaper. It is a lot cheaper and it seems to be holding up. This is the test. Oh, just picks up so much speed as it goes down. I mean, I can probably bring these roads down a bit, make it a bit pointier in the middle. Oh, no, that didn't help. It did a blooming jump. Well, I finally got a working overarch solution. The thing is, I think it's pretty much the same price as before. Oh, what? Sorry, that was the sound of genuine shock. 65th. I swear I only shaved like a few £100 off it, didn't I? Oh, now I actually want to try and get this cheap. So it's the coming down that's the main issue. I reckon I can make these a little bit smaller. If I can also lower the road, that also saves me some cash. Oh, man, no. We were right on the edge with our last design. Well, I saved like £3 or something. So let's just see where we are. Still 65th. Fair enough. We'll have a look in the gallery. What is the cheapest solution? Oh my goodness. What? There's like no pieces of wood in there at all. And if you look underneath, they used road as the wall support underneath. But yeah, that is such a minimal truss. Yeah, it seems most of them use the same technique. You got that one, which is pretty much just mine, but somehow a lot cheaper. How is that so much cheaper? This one, which is cheaper than mine, but it connects all the way through the middle. What? How's that cheaper? Anyway, now I'm looking for someone that went underneath. Was it even possible? I mean, we've gone to page 10 out of 9. So yeah, the gallery's not quite working on this one. Doesn't look like anyone went underneath though. So now I'm sort of wondering, was it possible? Right, so I've made an under bridge. It's cheaper than my over bridge one. Seems to be holding. That's good. Oh. Okay, so even though it's a Jeep, with the doors open, apparently it can't hack a tiny bit of water. I thought it would be okay. I thought that's what Jeeps were built for. I was wrong. But I guess I could technically try and fix that using hydraulics. Okay, if we just go to there, presumably it can get through that. Yeah, that's good. Can it get back up this side? Yeah, it can. Okay, that's cool. Now the boat is going to destroy it. You can see underwater, that's destroyed. But we could put a hydraulic in. I mean, actually, in order to hydraulic this, I'm going to have to slightly change how it works. Or do I? Could I hydraulic like that and make that a joint? Because that's still pretty cheap, to be fair. So yeah, that goes down, which means, yeah, the boat just floats over the top of it. And then presumably that just gets pushed back up. I'll tell you what, that's quite a cheap solution. As long as we can get back up. Oh, the trouble is, as it comes down this side, like the force of the thing coming down, it's got no support down here. When it was coming down the original side, all the weight of it went straight into this support. Like, look, if you watch this come down, it goes boosh, like into that piece, and it's all soaked up into this foundation. As it comes down this side, it just goes Boosh, straight into the ground. Oh, man, okay. Well, this very nearly works, but look, as it goes back up, one of the pieces snaps. So I guess I could just replace that with road. Oh, now that piece breaks. I'll tell you what, though, I have a cunning idea. What if I just lower this a little bit more? Because then as the Jeep comes down, can you see it properly loses its speed? I think that's the water, like, taking some of the impact. So does it do the same in the other direction? Yes, it does. And sadly, there was still a break, so just replace that bit with road. The splash is definitely help. What? Level failure? What? I was going to say the splash is definitely helping. I mean, it is, because Bridge survived that time. 11,129. We'll take that. Because I didn't see anyone else go under, so there's got to be something for that. It's a hydraulic level as well. And then, ooh, what do we have here? Laying foundations. Oh, this is the brand new material. Foundation. Foundations add an anchor in the river you can build from. However, they are very expensive. Yes, they are. Oh, wow. We can literally go mental. Man, these are like 22 grand each. And now I can't afford to build anymore. Wow, okay. So you can make these quite cheap by doing them lower. I think the taller you go, the more they cost. But they are an anchor point. So that's literally going to take all of our force. I imagine, though, cheapest way of doing this is probably no foundation. Very intrigued to see the gallery on this. But if we put that across, and then, I don't know, if we just try, like, bog standard truss, as soon as we play that, completely collapses. To be expected, really. But then if we copy that underneath, then add some wall braces. Yeah, that still completely fails. And it's, like, half our budget already. How much does, like, truss all the way across cost? 15 grand. I'll tell you what then, if I were just to put a foundation like up to there, like that suddenly works ish. But yeah, I feel like maybe foundation is actually the way to go with this, because I would love to do a tension bridge, but we don't have rope or cable. So I think we'll take that to there, because then we can do that. And then if we add a wall brace as well, then we've suddenly made short spans, because our span is just from that bit to that bit. So essentially we're trying to make a shorter bridge, which is going to be cheaper, right? Now if I then turn the grid off, and what I'm thinking, we go for like a nice little curved number like that. If we copy that to both sides, how do we think this is gonna go? Let's press play. I mean, it's holding itself. It is not holding that car. What is that car, by the way? It looks like the Simpsons car. It's a Longhorn. Weighs 6 polygrams. I tell you what, that is what's breaking. So what if we just replace that with steel and then do the same on that side? Is that any better? Oh, man. You can see on the stress. Oh, they're just so red. Okay, we'll lift up these ends a bit. You see, they're not as red. I mean, they're still breaking. So make triangles bigger. And then suddenly, it actually works. That stress went up to 99, though. But yeah, let's copy that onto the other side, and then perhaps that will work. It's so stressed. Oh no, the right one broke. Why did you break? I assume that side needs to be slightly higher because it is traveling left to right, so the forces are slightly different in these. Yeah, okay, that worked. 43 grand. What are we? We're in the top 7%, 427th. So there's definitely a cheaper way of doing it. I feel like it's got to be without that, hasn't it? Something I am thinking though, if we go with an arch, like the arch road, obviously not that high, but if we go sort of the arch of the road will give the bridge strength. And a road's quite a strong material in this game. Trouble is, I have no idea like what sort of shape I want to go with. I guess we do that. So we fill that in. Boosh. Oh, that was a long one. And then I'm sort of thinking we just try and truss this up. So again, we'll go over the top, then making sure everything's symmetrical, we do that. We may need the wall braces, but look how much cheaper that is, 22 grand. It does hold itself, but it does not hold the car. So yeah, potential wall brace. And if the wall brace starts to break, we could brace it with road. We know that that is cheap. Let's just see, has that made the stress any better? Oh, I don't know. I don't actually know. I think we need to make all these trusses taller. It's really weird now, like knowing that the length of like material actually affects the weight. Like it never used to before. So you do actually need to build a little bit more realistically. Oh man, that is not good. That is actually not good. What if we put a bit of steel in there just to see? Because then it's the next piece that breaks and then it'll be the next one that breaks. Yeah. What if we try and add another wall brace? So if we do that, we've made the bridge a lot smaller, like the span of it. Oh, hello. That was working. Okay, we'll delete that one. We'll copy this to the other side. Yeah, tell you what, that's not bad. That is not bad. Okay, that was going good. I feel like we're on something. We'll just make these middle trusses a little bit taller. You can sort of see as this goes, it's starting to bounce quite a lot. That is really, really not helping us. If you watch this, like the stress, you can see it like starts pulsing towards the end. You do not want a pulsing bridge. Right, but after a short amount of tweaking, we've just about completed it under 30 grand. So question is, where are we now? Are we in the top 100? Yes, we are. 77th. A huge step down to 76th though. 400 quid saved. I should probably check as well. Yeah, of course we did. Of course we beat Aliens Rock. But let's have a look in the gallery. I'm intrigued to see the cheapest solution. Oh, it is just doing a bridge across. Wait, what? No, what? 22 grand? How's that so... What? What does mine look like again? Oh, it doesn't have the wall braces. They did it without the wall braces. Bloomin' hell. So yeah, all of these, you can sort of see they're pretty much identical. Looks like, yeah, making the arch a lot taller. That makes it a lot stronger. Oh, that's a bit of a... They put that on it and it's still cheaper than mine. Oh, I'm bad at this game. Why am I bad at this game? Oh, look at this one. It goes down. What? I am surprised that works. And it's cheaper than mine. Brilliant. Brilliant. Right, then we got some of these funkier ones. These were very popular in Polybridge 2. I feel like they're not as good in this game. Perhaps it's due to the new physics, new weight per length. But yeah, the under and over sort of arches are definitely not as useful anymore, it seems. Oh, look at that, by the way. Look at all the muscles in there. Oh, someone actually did a tension bridge. Fair play. Cost them a bomb though. Oh look, we got the tension banana as well. Decent. I'm loving how expensive that is as well. No more cheesing. We've got the mega truss going on. This bridge is literally OP. I mean, I'd rather it say RCE, but we can't win them all. This guy's got it right. RCE. And okay, let's not look at that one. Oh, look at this though. Did anyone see that? This has the big arch. It also has a counterweight underneath using the water dynamics to help stabilize the bridge. And in the background, if you notice, there is RCE propaganda, which we love to see in this game. This one, look at that. It's like a roller coaster track. And then this person has taken full advantage of the new foundation material with a little bit of dangly stuff in the middle. All right, so next time we'll be taking on the very last level of this world. Yep, I'm leaving it there because I'm a naughty boy. So if you want to see that, boost the like button and hopefully the gallery will be working that time. But if it's not, then just keep doing your things because I will go back to the very first world to have a look at all your solutions. Do not worry. But in the meantime, I'll say peace, love, and bridges. Bye, guys.